Hi, and welcome to episode 16 of my series about the Pyara region, a fakemon region inspired by Pakistan. Well, we made it, gang! It's the end of the base Pyara decks, and you know what usually goes at the end of a regional decks? The mythicals! These event-exclusive mons can generally be sorted into two broad categories, cool ones and cute ones. With my previous region, Ormate, I made a single mythical with cool and cute forms, Harusagi. But this time I thought I'd do two mythicals, one for each type. As an aside, I'm really glad we're getting the more scripted, cinematic events back, after the games just handed you the mythical at a Pokemon and left at that for a good few years. It really makes the mons feel more special if you have to go on a little journey to find them, or if you get a little side quest evolving them after you get it. In fact, you know what? We've only got two Pokemon to show off today, so let's get a little cinematic ourselves. I think Professor Deodar wants to meet you. Salam, it's good to see you again. I hope you've enjoyed your journey across the Pyara region. You've helped me out so much, and I can tell you've grown a lot too. Speaking of helping me out, your timing is impeccable. I have a favour to ask of you. I've heard reports of unusual activity, deep within Pyara's oceans. Heavy waves, strange seismic activity, and wild Pokemon acting unusually. We're not sure what could be causing these disturbances, but if anyone could help us get to the bottom of it, it's a strong trainer like you. The reports come from around a deep-sea cave called Abyssal Cavern. Usually it's off limits to the public, but if you use this research pass, you should be able to get a research vessel to take you there. Thank you, and good luck! Okay, here we have the first mythical Pokemon of the Pyara region, the water dragon Abyscylla. Since Pyara has a general space theme, I thought it'd be fun for the mythicals to reflect different perceptions of space. Abyscylla represents more modern ideas of space, and more fearful interpretations of space as a setting. A lot of the horror that outer space provides is the fear of the unknown, something it shares with the deep sea. Famously, we have more detailed maps of space than we do of the deep sea. So I tied the ocean to space with Abyscylla. It borrows visually from the Xenomorph, which is kind of the poster child for extraterrestrial terror, but also from the Oarfish, a giant, rare species of fish that lives between 250 and 1,000 meters below the sea, and is thought to be a possible source of historical tales about sea serpents. Oarfish also have a bit of a reputation for being harbingers of disaster, since they only surface when they're sick or dying, which I thought also tied into this mon's horror theming nicely. Much like its real-life counterpart, Abyscylla has a lot of folklore and myth attached to it. Some people think it's a manifestation of the ocean's wrath. Some believe it's a spirit of vengeance. Some even believe that it's a creature from beyond the stars that found its way to Earth. What is certain, though, is that Abyscylla is a powerful and ferocious Pokemon. Its name comes from Abyss and Scylla, the legendary sea monster from Greek myth. Right, let's get back into your encounter. Looks like you've successfully caught Abyscylla. Hi, it's Deodar. I can see that you successfully caught an Abyscylla. Great work! That must have been what was causing all the disturbances. Looks like your Rotom Dex completed a scan of the area while you were battling. Head back to my lab, but I can fill you in on all the details. Welcome back! I've looked over the data, and it seems like the water in the Abyssal Cavern is much warmer than it used to be. This Abyscylla was guarding a clutch of eggs. The higher temperatures meant the eggs hadn't hatched when they were supposed to, which stressed Abyscylla out. And when a Pokemon as powerful as Abyscylla gets stressed out, it has a big impact on the ecosystem. We've sent some equipment down that'll hopefully provide the perfect temperature for the eggs to hatch. Once they do hatch, the baby Abyscylla should be strong enough to fend for themselves, so the one you've caught should be more than happy to explore the region with you. Oh, speaking of exploring the region, could you help me out with another bit of research? Professor Typher from the Ormate region has come to Pyara to run some tests on an artifact they had borrowed from the Ormate Museum, but they left it here by mistake. Could you take it to them, please? I've marked their location on your Rotom phone. Oh hey, you must be Deodar's assistant. Pleased to meet you, I'm Professor Typha. Ah, you brought the disc, thanks. Honestly, I'd forget my own head if it wasn't screwed on. Could you put it on that pedestal behind me? Thanks. Like Deodar told you, I've got some theories about this disc that I'd like to test, and I'll need your help to test them. Could I trouble you for a quick battle? Thanks. Let's go, Meowth. Well, that didn't take very long. My Meowth buddies are more used to helping around the lab than battling. Looks like it did the trick though. Something's happening to the disc. And here we have it, the final Pokemon in the base Pyara Dex, the Steel Psychic Nebrala. It's based on the Nebra Sky Disc, a bronze disc from the early Bronze Age, around 1800 to 1600 BC. Features the oldest concrete depiction of astronomical phenomena known from anywhere in the world. It's considered by UNESCO to be one of the most important archaeological finds of the 20th century. Having seen it in person when it was at the British Museum, I can definitely agree with that. Looking at the early depiction of the night sky, I feel a real connection with the people who made it, even though we're separated by thousands of years. And since the Pyara region is all about connection and togetherness, I thought a Pokemon based on the Nebra Sky Disc would be a perfect way to cap off the Dex. Plus, you know, green, moon, star, it's thematic. The Nebra Sky Disc was thought to have both religious and astronomical significance to the people that created it, and similarly, Nebrala was revered in ancient times as an emissary of the stars. Its name comes from Nebra and nebula. But let's hear more from the good Professor Typha. Looks like you've caught Nebrala. Ah, looks like my theory was right. Welcome to Pyara, Nebrala. Thousands of years ago, people used discs like the one Nebrala came from in all sorts of ceremonies, wishing on the stars for health and happiness. I reckon the conviction you showed in your battle just now, and the faith you put in your Pokemon, woke up our little friend here. Kinda puts a lot into perspective, right? Even though we're separated by thousands of years, every night we look up at the same sky, and we hope and dream for the same things they did. Just as we're connected to our ancestors, we're also connected to each other, and to the generations yet to come. Our convictions, our faith, our love, going backwards and forwards through time. I think that's what life is all about. Taking love from the past, using it while we can to make a better world, and paying it forward. Well, enough pontificating. Let's head back to Deodar's lab. She promised me some of Pyara's famous pink chai. That's all for this episode. The question for this episode is, what's your favourite mythical Pokemon? Let me know if you'd add any of the Pokemon featured in this video to your Pyara region team too. Speaking of your Pyara region team, I've got a second question for you guys. Now you've seen the entire base Pyara Dex, what would your final team look like? Is this a thinly veiled method to try and get you to watch through all the other videos? Maybe, but you know what they say, ABC, always be convincing people to watch your funny animal videos. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time. That's right, there's still a next time. The base decks might have wrapped up, but the fun doesn't stop. In fact, I'd like you to help me keep the fun going. One of my favourite bits of the Pyara region experience for me has been seeing all your wonderful answers to the questions I set at the end of every episode. So to celebrate ending the base Pyara Dex, I thought it might be fun to turn the tables and answer questions from you. I've set up an email address, umardex.regions@gmail.com, where I'll be taking questions from you to put in a future Q&A video. Let's say you've got 2 weeks to send stuff in. All I need is the name you'd want me to use on screen and your question. Okay, bye! But if you use this research pass, you should be able to get a research special.